Aloha nui kako, Joe Souza here, actually sitting in our assembly department. And I'm so excited because I finally get a chance to share with everyone this new KG-5 guitar, or Kanileʻa Guitar Style 5. You know, as a woodworker for many years, and then as a luthier for over 30 years at this point, and as Kanileʻa Ukulele, 26 years of building our playable masterpieces, it really led us to this point, the many, many years of preparation, and ultimately the creation of this beautiful guitar. So let's go ahead and take a detailed look. Okay, so let's jump right in. Now, here I have a few components that make up our guitar. Of course, the reason why is because we can have them all fit onto the same screen, and ultimately we can take a closer look at these pieces. Now, when we look at the headstock, this radical new design that we've created, and really how it mirrors our 2024 Platinum, it really showcases the future of Kanileʻa and this direction that we're going in to bring the functionality and, of course, the beauty of our wonderful new headstock shape. It has our Kanileʻa crown, which everybody is so familiar with, but it also has these finer points, in this case on the guitar, where we've done a maple purfling around the whole headstock. Now that maple purfling actually ties right into the fingerboard, which in this case, an ebony fingerboard with a 16-inch radius, perfect for a guitar player, has that lei of mano, or that lei of curly maple and paua abalone dots that are triangular at the 3rd, 5th, 7th, the 9th on the guitar, along at the 12th, where we'll see these two triangles marrying to the 15th position, and of course 2mm position markers along the player side, so you can find all your landmarks on your fingerboard. Now this lei, which is completed, actually is in theme with what's going on the body of the instrument. Now when we see the body, in this case, it's a OM shape, pretty standard in the guitar world, but what we've done is we've made that shape deeper so that we can get more richness, more tone, and more warmth out of the body of our instrument. Now we went ahead and we did our offset sound hole, which of course is such a signature to Kanileʻa, because then it allows us to do our true bracing, which is so unique, not only for the ukulele, but in this case, true bracing on our guitar. Now, true bracing is very different than a traditional bracing, especially on a guitar where typically it's an X bracing. Well, in this case, we're looking at how to strengthen really right up the middle, right where all of that string tension is putting all of that pressure onto the soundboard. And in order for us to do that, we use our true bracing pattern. Now that touch and release bracing pattern that we've seen so much success with on our ukuleles translates perfectly to the guitar. But in this case, we have a 50-foot radius on the front of the guitar to help to offset a bit of that string tension and all that pulling that's taking place with a steel string instrument. Now, as we see all of the other features that are on the inside of our guitar, like our true reduction, which is so unique to Kanileʻa, and when we start to look at mass and how mass can dampen the sound, or in this case, using relief cuts to allow that mass to be relieved, which in turn allows greater elasticity. Again, that success that we found as an ukulele builder translates perfectly onto our guitar. Even our true relief, this comfort feature that is absolutely amazing on all of our instruments that have the true relief, especially on the guitar where we have a body that's so wide. By bringing that true relief, it really makes the comfort of the instrument so much better. So as a player, when you're jamming for hours, literally, it doesn't hurt your forearm. It doesn't dig into your forearm. In fact, the instrument literally just melts away because of our true relief. Now, of course, we did this beautiful binding around the whole instrument, both top and back, but we also do this paua abalone purfling. Now that purfling, of course, is like bling on the instrument. It makes the instrument look like jewelry, and it really brings out the highlights of that master grade koa that we built the body from. Now, all of these features are very unique to Kanileʻa, and to be quite honest, even unique in the guitar world. The way that we do our paua abalone rosette, both on our guitar and on our 2024 Platinum, is like no other rosette literally in the world on any instrument. Also, the way that we designed our guitar to be playable, as everyone has found our Kanileʻa to be so playable. The features mirror each other when we look at the weight of the instrument, and honestly, the tone that we're able to receive from this wonderful guitar, the warmth, the complexity, the overtones, and all of the volume and projection that you would expect from a Kanileʻa. We found it right here in all of our research, all of our development, and everything that makes up our Kanileʻa guitar. Now, with all of that said, there's even more. In fact, we've done our true supports, which in turn help to support right under the fingerboard, or that cantilever of the fingerboard as it comes onto the body of the instrument. We also tap tune each of our guitars. Now, what does that mean? Well, for a guitar, in our case, a Kanileʻa guitar, we want the sound to be just right. And in order to achieve that, we actually tap test each of our guitars, checking the soundboard to ultimately hit the proper hertz. In our case, we're looking for 140 hertz, which is actually pretty deep when we look at an all koa guitar. And the reason why we're shooting for such a low hertz is we want that depth, we want that warmth. We want to show that koa can have an ultimate sound if it's built right, and how we shape our braces in order to make sure that we achieve that Kanileʻa tone. Now, when we look at the neck and really all of the neck angles, we are talking about something that is so precise and so accurate that we talk in thousandths of an inch when we measure and we gauge these different heights and these different angles as we're bringing the neck and the body together. We also go ahead and put in a dual adjustable truss rod, which is so important when we're looking at those neck angles, and also to create the right neck relief in order to get the proper playability, to get your action dialed right in, just like how we would on an ukulele. But in this case, we have a dual adjustable truss rod to help us to get that proper setting to ultimately create the most amazing playing experience. Now, when we're looking at the player's experience, we're also talking about the sound that's getting delivered to you as a player, really, and the joy that that sound brings. In this case, by integrating one of our side sound ports, very similar to how we've done on our ukuleles, we brought that onto our guitar, which in turn brings a lot of that string energy up to you as a player. When we talk about our finish, our UV cured finish, that has been an ukulele industry leading finish for us since 2006, we're talking about tone also, because in this case, the UV cured finish, not only does it make the instrument look beautiful, but it's also very thin, which ultimately allows for resonance. Now, the finish we measure in microns. It's so exact, it's so thin, yet so protective, which is why we apply a finish on the instrument in the first place. Now, we'll do our UV silk finish on the neck for playability and ease, but we'll do our UV gloss finish on the body of our instrument, which really highlights all that beautiful master grade koa and that beautiful paua abalone. Now, ultimately, it's how does the instrument sound after all of this information and all of this research, all of this development that we've done onto our guitar? Well, let's go ahead and let's take a listen. Didn't that just sound amazing, right? You know, all of those rich tones that can come from an all Koa guitar. Well, of course, that's attributed to our true bracing, our true reduction, tap tuning, and checking the hertz, and making sure that we get everything dialed in to ultimately create the most amazing Kanileʻa guitar. Now, if you liked our video, go ahead, smash that like button. If you love what you're seeing, please go ahead and subscribe to our channel so you can stay up to date on everything that's new here at Kanileʻa. In fact, as you follow us, you'll get a chance to see even more about this wonderful guitar and all of the wonderful instruments that we've introduced for 2024. So everybody, take care, stay safe, and aloha no.